She needs to invest. If you are watching.
Invest?
Yes.
Did you use the word
You heard the word? I love that word. I love that word. I love this. Can he talk, please? Give it to her.
Fellas, at home, if you are watching the Unspoken podcast right now with us, the woman needs to invest.
True. But that does make me think about something, though. Kenny D. Talk to me about red flags and green flags you see when you date.
Well, love bombing is a red flag.
That's why I thought about it, right? Like, so let's like break it down a little bit more. So like when you going out and you meet somebody, like, and you really starting, you in whatever phase you in. What are the red flags that you see? A couple of them, and tell us some green flags that you actually appreciate.
So red flags I see is a woman discussing her problems out of the gate. Oh, I got this bill got to be paid. I got that bill that got to be paid. She's not into you. You start paying that bill.
That's not true.
She's not into you. And as you start paying that bill, you will just be a wallet to her. Now, a green flag that I see is like Miss Tanya talked about. Maybe she's cooking dinner, seeing what you want, maybe going down the street, go get you some chicken. That woman is into you.
That's such a manly answer.
So now
you want somebody to cook.
What's wrong? What's wrong with that?
That's all y'all want. Somebody, you want to come over her house. She got on her little boy shorts. She fried chicken. That's all y'all want.
Be simple. That's the whole point. That's what we're trying to take.
I'll fry chicken.
The mindset, even at the later stages in life, to still see someone with this kind of mindset is hilarious. But let me ask you guys a question. If you are interested in someone and it's clear they're mutually interested in you, do you tend to do things for them that perhaps you wouldn't normally do? And does that person reciprocate and do things for you that they normally wouldn't do? Comment down below and let me know where you kind of stand on that. Because these are the delusional, unmarried, boss babe, modern attitude women who consistently just choose wrong and find themselves in this never-ending loop of always just dating and trying to find something that would work, but it never does because it's usually them. And you would think that at that big age where you are in the latter stages of life, wisdom, knowledge, maturing would be something that they acquired at that point of life, but it's not.
I'm a fried chicken.
Boil something. Like, just do something to show that you can these days. Gosh darn, I mean, like, we asking for a lot. She jumped out on this because he said, like, being in the kitchen, like, what? That's such a man.
That's all you want, somebody in the kitchen.
But it's not that complicated. That's what we're saying. Everybody's making things too complicated now.
But the thing is, why does it have to be the kitchen?
Why can't it be the kitchen?
Why can't it be something else?
Well, I was alluding to what?
So if she's playing dinner, would that be the same?
Yes.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to disagree because I don't think it holds the same weight. I think when you do something for someone and you know it's something that they really appreciate, it's very different than you just doing something that it's a great gesture, taking them out to a dinner and you paying for the date instead of him paying for it. That's nothing wrong with it, but it just doesn't hold the same weight as you doing something that you know they truly value, such as cooking for that person because that's something that they really appreciate.
Because she's going out of her way to do that.
She would need
she doesn't have to do that.
She would need to pay.
Yes, she needs to pay. She needs to invest. She needs to invest. If you are watching.
Invest?
Yes.
Did you use the word
You heard the word. I love that word. I love that word. I love this. Can he talk, please? Give it to her.
Fellas, at home, if you are watching the Unspoken podcast right now with us, the woman needs to invest. Make her take out her wallet. Make her pay for something small.
Oh, Lord.
And then maybe later on in the future, you let her take you to Roof Chris or something like that. But make her invest.
Okay.
Yes.
I understand what this brother is saying in order so that way a man doesn't end up getting used. You want to make sure that she's reciprocating because you don't want to become date guy as far as when she wants a meal, she calls you up and gives you this fake attention so that way, she can get a meal out of you. You don't want to be that guy. But in practice, you just have to be observant and not ignore signs. Because if a man is sharing his time, sharing his resources, and he's made it evident and clear that he's interested in this woman and he wants something serious, and in return, he's got nothing. Those be the situations where it's because they feel entitled to what that man is doing, so they don't think they have to do anything in return. Their time and presence ultimately is what they're repaying that man with.
Hold up. I mean, can't women invest in relationships, Tanya? Dang. Pause. You really had to think about it. Can you invest?
I guess you can. I can't really speak to that. I think women see it in a different way. I think when we invest, it's because some time is there. Mm-hmm. I don't think that we come out of the gate investing. That's not what we're trained to do, so to speak, if you want to use that word. Naturally, that's just not what we do. I mean, we weren't taught that. That's not tradition. And I know I always bring up all the traditional ways, but it is said that a man should be the first to pay for the date, invest. So I don't know about that. Maybe that's a whole different age group. So yeah, I'm clutching my pearls too, because I'm just not, and I'm not saying that I would not invest in a man, but it would have to be a serious relationship and some time there before I am investing.
Yes, later on, you want the woman to invest, right? But
Yes.
the reason why you want her to, because it's harder for her to leave, is she's
Well,
invested.
that's how we feel about y'all.
That's the. Listen to what I'm saying.
And the longer y'all stay.
That's true, but let the woman invest, because if they're taking money out of their purse, they're not going to be happy with that. So you want to make sure she invests.
Depends on the woman, because I will say, unlike Tanya, I have invested up front. I don't have a problem with buying the tickets, paying for the chef, paying for the meals, paying for a vacation. I have no problem with that up front within the first 30, 60, 90 days, okay? I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
But I also will walk away in 2.3 seconds. The more money I spend up front, if you're not on your P's and Q's, I'm gone.
I mean, if you're doing those sort of things for somebody, aren't you already at a stage where you guys have been reciprocating on a smaller level already before you started to do things like that? And you could kind of see her mentality she's trying to portray, at least. And maybe she got it like that, maybe she don't. But she's trying to portray like, oh, she's this boss babe and she, has the money. And so, she has a lifestyle that she already is living. And if that's what she has, cool. But if you are willing to spend and do chefs and vacations and all these high ticket items, then you obviously were interested in this guy. Then he obviously showed an interest in you as far as his time, his resources. And so the reciprocation is now on your end to show an interest in him.
Wow, I didn't even know money had that much weight early in the game.
It has that much weight because I feel like for a man to feel that comfortable with letting me open my wallet.
Yes, that's what I'm talking
And
about.
have that much comfort, I'm okay with doing it. I need to see reciprocation. I need to see that there's something you're doing on your end. The same way you feel like if you spend money, you want her to cook. I feel like if I spend money, what you doing for me? What are you reciprocating? Why should I keep you around? Why should I keep picking you up, items when I go to Louis? Why? Why am I dropping you gifts? Why am I buying the concert tickets? Why am I doing that? And then you want me to bust it open. I'm just saying.
Well, that's a given. That's a given. We definitely want that. You want her investing down the road while we are leading up front, fellas. That's what you want. And that way she stays. That's what you want.
But I'm not staying. I'm proving that your point is not valid, because that does not make me stay.
So what's making you stay?
What are you reciprocating?
I guess what she's saying, it ain't tricking if she got it. So she don't
Yeah,
mind
I mean, the
spending
thing
it,
is, for
but that
women-
doesn't make her stay.
Yeah, if a woman is spending her last to do for you,
Yes.
yes, she's going to
That's
stay.
that woman thing.
But if this is overflow over here, I'm just sprinkling little things
No.
here and there.
We don't want it overflow. Just a little
No, I'm
bit.
just saying, but you got to think, if I have this much and I'm sprinkling the concert tickets, I might take you on a little vacation. I might do this. Those are sprinkles. It's not that important to me. It's not that big. So I don't need to stay. You're just a toy.
Imagine being 50, maybe even 60 plus years old she is at this point, and she still sounds like this. She's talking, saying that, oh, this man is just a toy. I sprinkle gifts and I have it like that and it's no big deal. Imagine talking like that and you have the expectation that a man is going to take you seriously and that's how you sound? I mean, at some point you gotta hang it up. You gotta grow up. 60 plus years old, still thinking it's sweet outside. Like, come on, really? It's sad. It's so funny. It's so sad that it's funny.
This one right here. So let me make sure I'm clear. So is it a red flag when he goes inadvertently? This goes, let's see if she pays for it. Is that a red flag?
Yes.
Is it a red flag?
It's a red flag
Yes.
for me, yes.
So let me just say this. So for instance, if I say I'm going to take you on vacation, I'm going to pay for everything. Mm-hmm. If you don't offer to do something, red flag. You don't have to pay. Now keep in mind, I'm expecting to pay for everything. Flights, hotels, cars, whatever. I'm going to hire the drivers and everything. They coming to pick you up, all that. I'm giving you all that. But you need to offer something because you're a man.
I agree with that.
Okay.
What I'm saying is I will lead in the beginning, right? Mm-hmm. Throughout the relationship, but as time goes on, I'll let you invest a little bit. Little stupid stuff like the chicken I was talking about going to the store. Oh, hey, can you give me a shirt or something like that when you're out? Little stuff to let me know, like, okay, she's into me. Mm-mm. That's what I'm saying.
So at what?
I mean, I would hope that you don't even have to ask for that and that you just have that happen. And it's not to say that a man is entitled to a woman's resources, but if he's leading as far as by spending time and resources with this woman on several different occasions and she never looks to do anything for him, she always consistently just expects him to do things for her, then that's very telling as far as her mindset when it comes to the expectation she has for what she's supposed to get for him versus what he is supposed to get from her.
Point does that it doesn't turn into a waste of time because I'm investing these things and I don't even know if you're really serious.
Yeah.
I could just be spending money frivolous.
Once I'm spending my money, I'm
you.
serious. I'm
talking about me.
Y'all killing me, man. Like I mean, seriously, I don't even know how. All right, so I'm assuming we're all starting from scratch. Like we talking about first dates, second date, third dates.
Yes.
I don't even see why. I'm totally agreeing with you on that one, Dawn. Please don't keep that on tape. But like, I think it goes both ways though, right? Because if I'm with somebody and I just met them and you named out some things that we doing, going out to eat and going to some flight somewhere to Miami or something stupid, Jamaica, whatever. In my mind, it's not a big deal anyway. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't even really care about it. I'm not even thinking about the monetary part of it. Like you said, I'm more or less looking at how the person is.
Yes.
And if she's cool, like at some point she goes, no, I got this. Yeah. And then that tells me a lot.
Yeah.
Right. So again, that
how
part.
they receive.
Right. So that I think that plays both ways with both genders. But I think I'm probably also with Tanya. Like, I just don't think money is even in play first, second, third, fourth date with me. Because I just feel like that's just not something to be broached. And I think a lot of times now, you hear people discussing money and who's supposed to pay the first day, or second day, or third day. And I'm like, why are you even talking about it?
First of all, they bring that up, I am out.
Right. Like, and that's what I'm saying. And I think the smart part there is people should think about the person they're with and start being more observant. Mm-hmm. Because it's kind of like what we were saying about love bombing. You're making an issue where there is no issue.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So you have to be careful with that. And I think when I was thinking about this subject and we were talking about my top like red flags, it wasn't even in this realm because I first started thinking about if I'm with her, I'm thinking about how she treats her family and kids. Mm-hmm. Right? I'm like, does she have a good relationship?
Well, Kenny the one who brought it up.
Kenny was down there with the chicken and excuse me, almost, because I was like, no.
It wasn't even me.
Yeah, I was looking at like the real service stuff like, all right, is she kind? Is she nice to people?
Whatever, Marcel.
No, it doesn't matter. And so we out eating, let's go keep it simple, and she rude to the waiter.
That's a red flag.
Yeah,
that's what I said, right? Like, that's a red flag. Like, why are you treating the waiter like that? Like, really? That's what we doing? Right. And then I said again, if she always beefing with her own kids, like, I don't even talk to my oldest, like, come on, thank you. Like, that tells me, I'm like, okay, she don't really love family like that.
Yeah,
you beefing with your own kids,
that
right?
is true.
And now y'all touched on my third one, which is finances. right? I'm like, okay, if we beefing over the first date and you talking some
It's gonna
bullshit,
be a problem.
right? I'm out anyway. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Right,
You talking about
yeah.
dinner here?
Yes.
And it's an issue?
Right.
Then we can't go long term, right? Because
no
what are you
way.
talking about? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
So
it's no way.
that was me the way I thought.
But that's
about it.
easy because you're not asking her to pay for anything the first couple of dates.
Right, but again, I actually respected his perspective because
Yeah.
he said he's looking to see if she's investing early in the relationship. I think I'm not even flagging that as generational. I'm thinking that that's just a different perspective because
Right.
when he used that wording, I thought about it. I'm like, well, that's actually kind of legit.
Yeah, that would be
But,
after date 4.
No, but if Kenny D want to put you to the test and want to see what you're gonna do,
But that's
Cause-
not date 4 or
because-
5. That's not date 1, 2, and 3.
but it's flipping it date 1 because if he got if
Oh, he
if
got
this-
something to say.
I'm gonna let you jump in right now, Kenny. But I'm just saying, if Kenny D's pockets are good, and now he's doing this is the whole reverse psychology thing. That's legit these days, right? Because you can't take anybody to Cheesecake Factory anymore, right?
Right.
So if Kenny D is just literally sitting back just to see what she's gonna do, and see if she's gonna actually pay or is she gonna make a big deal out of it, that's actually next level.
You got to see. I remember a couple of months ago, I had a woman, we were talking, took her out. I spent all my money, right? Nothing wrong with that. I turned around and asked her, hey, can I have, lunch, $25 or whatever? Just send it to me.
Ooh,
The
Jesus.
person started complaining.
Oh, heck yeah.
They started complaining. $25. I don't need it. I don't even need it.
Right.
But I want to see.
Don't be
if she's gonna
testing me though.
Yeah.
You're gonna test, but you're gonna test me. You're gonna test
No,
me.
we don't test, but don't test me on that. Can you send me $25? Delete and blockity block.
Right. Yeah.
That means you're not answering
Absolutely.
me.
Off the right.
I think it should be a little bit of context added to that because how deep into this getting to know each other phase are you before you bring that up, and how much of your resources really have you invested in this woman? If you've invested a substantial amount where it's been clear since day one, you've been showing a high level of interest, and so you taking her to different places, and hey, you've done it because you enjoy spending time with her, and maybe she's done things for you as far as maybe not on a financial level, but just reciprocation. Hey, she cooks something for you, something like that. And so then if you ask for the money and she's kind of feeling off put about it, I could see how that may be a good test. But you're probably better off just going a route of being in a position where you say, oh, I left my wallet at home, or something a little bit more understandable. A lot of women gonna fail that test.
No, I might have been into you until you asked for that $25.
And why is that triggering you?
Because you a brokey. If you ask for $25, you a brokey.
Damn.
That's how I look at it.
Damn.
Why do you need $25?
Yeah.
I want to see if you're gonna do it.
I look at
need
it
to
as like
see.
you're broke.
Yeah, that would turn me off if a
A
man
whole
asked me
turn
that.
off. It's no
I mean,
way.
this is the only way, and I'm being honest, I'm very traditional when it comes to dating.
Mm-hmm.
The absolute and only way I would be paying something for something early on is if I asked the person to go out.
Okay. I
Now,
can get that.
being a
makes sense.
traditional dater, I'm not going to even really ask a man to
Right.
go out. They're going to always, if they ask me, then they are responsible for
Mm-hmm.
paying for that date. So, yeah, that would be the only way. It's just like, and sometimes it'll be like, I don't like none of the stuff he's picking. So I
I
would
never run into
then.
this issue. I never run into this issue. All the men
Right.
that I go out with always pay.
Pay.
Right.
I
and that's my
never,
point.
Right.
it never even comes up on date 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Right.
No,
But that's
so
what
I
I'm
find
saying.
the
That's
men of
the
a certain
only way I
stature,
would do it.
They don't want
But
you
you
going in
pay,
your
they don't.
pocket.
You're right. Exactly.
So, and that's what I'm saying about, I think, again, just overall, what Tanya is saying about just traditionally.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we're just in that group
Yeah.
where that's just,
Well, so is Kenny.
it's always been a
He
staple.
just
Nah,
resisted.
Kenny over there on
No,
some
he
mental mind,
resisted.
Yoda mind shit. You want to see what you gonna do before you do it. That's a little different. Like, that's, Kenny D doing it his way, Kenny D doing his way. But I think that's why we probably just aligning on that one issue. Like, it's just something that you just don't even want to test the mind up on. Because I agree with you too. Like, doing something like that, then you like, that don't have $20.
That's the first thing that
$25, like, you right. Then you just
Then I'm like,
about it.
because in my mind, I'm like, if we ever get to the next level, is he asking me to pay the light bill? I mean, is he saying do you got the money for the cable bill? Where I'm like, and not only that, when I look at my long-term goals, I personally would feel like we're not aligned.
Right.
Because if my long-term goals is to get to 8 figures, and
Right.
you're asking me for $25.
Right.
I'm like, yo, dude.
Yeah.
But if I'm there for you and I'm taking you to nice dates and stuff like that, me asking for 25, that shouldn't be a problem.
So I feel like you should wait. I feel like as a man should just wait and see what a woman does.
I agree with that too.
So,
I agree with
like
that too.
for instance, like I've been going out and I met a guy and he's been showering me with like attention and gifts and all that. So I send him gifts.
So let me ask you a real question. Are you into him?
I am.
Why?
Because he's showing me a lot of attention, which I'm confusing as love bomb.
So once he stops,
I think the one thing that has been very obvious listening to this conversation, and I'm not even trying to bash her, it's just an observation. You understand why a woman her age, with her mentality and attitude, you see why she's single. You see why a guy probably may find her physically attractive enough to say, hey, let me take you on a date. Let me take you on a second date, third date, whatever. But at a certain point, they don't ever want to actually lock in with her. Not the men that she actually wants. Maybe the guys who are more interested in her than she is of them, they'll continuously take her out on dates and pursue her. Because what she's saying is absolutely wild. You're 60 plus years old and you are still the fun girl.
I'm like, is this love bomb?
Yeah, see?
once he stops the showering of the gifts,
He's not going to stop.
if he stops, most men
that
can't
to
keep it up.
existence.
Most men can't keep it up.
They
if
can,
he
if they
stops,
have it.
If he stops, are you done?
Well, the thing that's most important to me is how he's treating me. It's the things that he's doing.
Did you hear my question?
I heard you. But like I said, the thing that's most important are the things that he's doing. So that takes precedent over the dinners and things like that.
Okay.
You know,
So again,
hey, you're on your way to work. I made you lunch.
if he stops, if he stops, it's a yes or no question. Are you done with it? If he stops doing what he's doing?
showing me the attention, yes.
Okay.
So
Because
it's not
it-
about the gifts, it's about the attention.
It's about the attention.
I respect
If he stops showing me the attention,
I respect
Yeah.
then yes, it is over.
that. Okay, I respect
It
that.
is done.
Pretty definitive. Jesus.
Because I mean that's what is important to me is someone who treats me a particular way.
Yeah.
And if you're treating me in a way that's giving me life and making me happy and it's making me joyful and wanting to take it further, then yeah, if you stop doing that, it's over. Because what do you do when you're married? If they stop in the middle, that causes an issue within your relationship. You can't stop having sex with your husband.
It's true.
You can't stop cooking him dinner and you've been cooking all this time. You can't stop showing up for him.
That might be the first thing that she said that actually makes any type of sense. And so I'm going to give her credit. But when you're married to someone, you have duties, you know, as a husband, as a wife, you have duties to that person. And so that's the big difference when you're just getting to know someone, when you're dating and this person is just giving you attention. And so you're saying you like them because the attention makes you feel good. And so if they stop giving you that feel good feeling through that attention, then yeah, you're setting yourself up to constantly go through a continuous cycle where men can give you attention that makes you feel good, that makes you think that they're really invested. And then it fizzles out because what was really back behind all that attention he was giving to you? Who was he really as a man, even if he had the money, even if he was giving you the attention? What kind of man, as far as quality and character, was he?
You absolutely can't stop doing all of those things if that's what you choose to do.
But you shouldn't. But you
I'm
should
not saying, but you can.
You shouldn't. I feel like if you sign up to be someone's wife, it's certain things that you just should continue.
No, I've always been just kind of like more like the jet on the runway. Like, I don't believe in just coming out the gate and being up. I like slowly getting back.
That's why you single now.
It's really just. you understand what I'm saying? though?
First of all,
Yeah,
at
you
this
do.
age, Ain't nobody got time to be.
Well, everybody does slow their damn roll because
21 days.
The jet gonna get to an altitude that you gonna be happy with. But I'm not going all out of my way with all that like off the break. To me, that's just again, it's a red flag from that standpoint. Like, why are you trying to overwhelm somebody with all of this fantastic nonsense? And again, modestly saying, I have the capabilities to do that, right? But I'm not going to do that because, again, they're setting this ridiculous, stupid standard that's not necessary because if you have experience in relationships, you know you just want to get there. And, like, again, that takeoff is memories, Dawn. Mm-hmm. It's experiences. It's us climbing together. It's not me just jumping out with sending you 20 dozen flowers for 2 weeks in a row and, like, oh, you feeling like you being, like, that's just so stupid. So, again, and there are guys out there that could do that, but I think you're setting yourself up long term because you can't keep that up. That's why I agree with Kenny D. You cannot keep that up. It's impossible. So why start there? Like, why don't you start in a reasonable place that we all can relate to and let it gradually get better, ma'am? You do have time. When you on what you
First of all, so the thing is, that's the big difference between how men and women date. Because men, you all do feel like you have time because you all can be 65 and date the 45-year-old. As women, we don't feel like we have as much time as we get older because wasting 2 years with one person takes a big chunk out of our life. So we are going to be more intentional and pay a little bit more.
Okay.
So I'm not going to waste a year to figure out whether you're the one or not. You better get up that runway a little faster or I'm gone.
I don't know about that.
I mean, it just is what it is.
We're going to agree to disagree on this
I mean,
one.
no, we don't have to agree to disagree because it's just that a man like you, I would not date. Because I'm not going.
Damn, how I get the axe? You just chopped off my head on TV. Bro, you chopped my head off on TV. Like, how did I get chopped? Just because I said I want to take my time? That's crazy.
Because men, taking time is equivalent to, let's see where it goes. Yeah. Let's play it out. Let's go with the flow. That's what that is. That turns into a situationship in 2.3 seconds.
But I can't speak for KD, but I feel rushed if you flip it. Like I like you can't be trying to tell me like where we should be in a year.
But I'm not telling
you. Like I
you
need to be lined up
most
for
women
marriage.
are going to tell you that. I mean,
What?
I think we always have a silent timeline in our head.
Yeah, and we're gonna state our
because I don't want to be nothing about my life is a plateau. I am always in motion, constantly moving up.
Period.
I don't want a relationship that plateaus. Okay. So we have to continue to grow. Period. You know, I mean, if we start off fast, then
it should continue.
Yeah,
in the upward trajectory.
I mean, consistency is always super important in all aspects of life, but specifically in a relationship, consistency is important.
Let's just keep it real.
So inconsistency would be a red
flag. This one right here, and I say, oh, I'm going to hit within 90 days. So you want to rush that, but you don't want to rush
90 days?
But
it don't take no 90 days to know if you want to physically be with somebody.
But it
takes 3 dates. It's a 3-date rule.
Okay,
wow. Drill down on it.
Straight. You want to have sex in 3 days.
Never.
But
3
it takes
dates.
2 years to figure out what
3 dates. 3 days. If you get to the 3rd date and you're not hitting it, you're in trouble. Okay? Because it does not take more than 3 dates to know.
So you want to take 3 dates to have sex? Or less?
Yes. No, not less. Less you looking like a slut. Do not bang on the first date, ladies. Do not do that. I'm talking about kids right now, and I always do. Do not on the first date bang. Second date, you feeling them out like, all right, he was worth the second date, so I think I'm gonna give him the ball. Third date, come on down. You coming over? We gonna figure out what's going on. It's going down.
Is that how it goes, Marcel?
It's been like that my whole life.
That's crazy.
I have never, ever, maybe I might have violated and got it to the 4th date. Maybe.
Or 5th or 6th.
Nah, it's never gone to 5 or 6, ever.
Wow.
Ever. By the 3rd, and to close it out.
But you see the inconsistencies though. He's saying, oh, I'm going to hit in 3 dates, but let me take it slow to be intentional.
It's still going up. You're still going up. I'm just saying by the 3rd date, I know what's up. But my point there is
That's
again.
Bullshit.
How is it bullshit? Anyway, look, that's just my perspective. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. You can want to bone on the 10th date, good for you. But like I said, I'm gonna do it, Dawn. If you violate that rule, I promise you, date 4 is either gonna be you out or you in. It is not gonna be. It's not gonna be a 5th date. So if you get ghosted after the 3rd date, remember your boy told you. Yeah.
Well, ladies, I'm gonna say this: stay true to yourself, because nobody picking up them kind of bodies. No goddamn on 3 days. That's ridiculous. There's no way in the world I would ever subscribe to that. Ever. That is.
Because just imagine how many bodies you want.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Man, when you dating, you dating.
I mean, listen, he's right. And women know this, and ladies, all 15% of you who watch the channel, comment down below. Ladies know within the initial phase of meeting that man if she is sexually attracted to him. It's just a matter of, is he going to say something that ends up ruining the perception she had of him and turning her off? The dates are just him checking the boxes and making her feel more comfortable with her decision she already made. And women know this. The women who go out on multiple dates with men and they end up on date 5, 6, 7, 8 is because they enjoyed the attention, and the man is far more interested in her than she is of him. Actually, Kevin Samuels talked about this.
Eyes that you're just dating, you know. I don't want to. I'd want to say after I go on a few dates with you, then, you know, I might want to have sex with you, but I just don't want to have sex with. Huh?
Bullshit. You're a grown woman. You're a grown woman. Okay, we're gonna be honest. We're gonna be honest. You're a grown woman.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a virgin, and you and I both know that a woman makes up her mind whether or not she wants to have sex with a man. You know if you're gonna have sex with him or not.
Okay, maybe say after the second date.
Okay, no. That doesn't play over here. You're 36. You're not 22. This part, and see, you're not listening. This is why men are walking away from marrying and dealing with y'all, because you're not honest.
Mm-hmm.
There are men you have slept with and didn't require 3 or 4 or 5 dates. All right, then that's the bottom line. That's the base price. And to men, it's like, if he can get it for this price, why do I have to do all this? That's why I say, ladies, do not go out on date number 1 with a man that you are not sexually attracted to. Do not go on date number 1. Don't go out there talking about our date to see if I like you. French toast that. Keep your ass at home. Don't take his money.
But that's not dating. Is different than
How much dating you doing? I mean, bodies.
But you, yes,
If you get 3 dates of my time.
Okay, y'all don't look at it like that, but it's women. Nobody don't want all them notches on their belt.
No,
First of all, those are
absolutely not.
invisible notches, and nobody's saying you a hoe because you.
First of all, DC is small. Y'all know the DMV is small. You walk into a party and you done screw 8 of the guys. That's pissy.
Well, that's for y'all. You right.
Right, that's
Y'all,
what
you
I'm
don't want.
talking
You don't.
about.
Y'all don't need bodies. Guys don't. They don't work that day. Do you want to finish it out, Kenny D? Though, like, let me.
Yeah, let me say. let me piggyback on what Marcel said about the 3 dates.
Oh,
It
Lord.
only gets to a 4th date if she has shown that she is really interested in the 3rd or 2nd date. That means when you guys are sitting watching movies, maybe she's rubbing your leg, maybe she's kissing your neck. Then maybe if you don't get on the 3rd date, you could go to a 4th because you're very close. She's showing interest. I'll say that.
There you go.
I'm literally hyperventilating over here because
I don't know what type of dudes I'm dating because I get to 5, 6, 7 dates.
So I don't know what they.
Good ones.
Those are the guys that they're into you more than you're into them.
Definitely.
That's what's going on.
Bingo. And I did not catch the end of this video to know that was going to be said by them, but they hit the nail on the head with that. She's dealing with men who they're more interested in her than she is of them. That's what it is. Because it doesn't take 7, 8, 9 dates where you're still going through that phase of, hey, what are we? And you haven't figured that out yet. You just enjoy being a serial dater, getting attention from men. And yeah, men have shown that they'll give women attention. It may not be the man she wants, but there will be men out there who will give a woman attention. But I think I'm going to go ahead and stop it right there. As always, guys, leave your questions, comments, thoughts, and your feedback down below. I appreciate when you guys chime in. Don't forget, you enjoy any part of the content, make sure you smash the like button for more, subscribe to the channel. And as always, until next time.